Bourbon Barkeep, my name's Curtis, and you have tuned into a House Call Wednesday. I have not done one of these in too long, to be honest with you. Really enjoy them. If you're new to the channel, we got a randomizer. There's already some pre-matchups in there. We pour them blind and see, was the hype real or were we exaggerating? We shall find out. We'll get these guys poured up shortly. Stay tuned. So we're going in blind, no idea what's in front of me. I'm going to flash up some stuff so you know early, and then you can kind of judge, is this guy a moron or is he pretty darn okay? We got glass A over here, glass B over here with the double B's. That's it. That's what we got. All right. So cheers to a House Call Wednesday. Man, brings back great memories, usually. We'll find out. We're off to a good start. Good brown sugar, nice vanilla, little oak spice, definitely a little cinnamon. I got chocolate peanut butter. Let's go. I got nice Reese's. I feel like when you're gauging the peanut area, or even the peanut butter, I guess, if you will. I mean, there's some chunky peanut butter out there. I don't know what monster is spreading that on, but I don't know. It's your path. Just a good, creamy peanut butter, more on the forefront as we sit here, as it warms up, or as I just continue to dive in. That is getting a little more amplified. Still a nice chocolate, brown sugar, baking spices, and I do feel like there's a nice kind of leather just kind of hidden in the background. So overall, pretty complex pour. Well, nose so far. I'm intrigued. Let's get on the palate and see. Ooh. I forgot some of these could be high proof. It feels high proof. Feel it way down. But delicious, mind you. Brown sugar, great vanilla, like a vanilla extract. I think that chocolate continues. Peanut butter, not as there, at least on the nose, but man, that sweetness is amplified. Very rich, deep, dark pour. Excited for it. Let's get sip 2, and then the competition walks in. Pretty rich, pretty aggressive, but kind of here for it tonight. I don't think a ton more came out. Pretty good oak, maybe like a nice oak spice in there. Good baking spice as it kind of sits on the palate, but just this maple, vanilla, brown sugar, and just nice chocolate. Even on the finish, you kind of have more of like a dark chocolate, just slight bitterness in there, but the amount of maple, vanilla, and brown sugar kind of going on, it's not an aggressive bitterness like sometimes I am in public. So we got that going for us. Viscosity, very good, floods the palate. I do really like that pour, but does Glass B have something to say? Is this the more expensive one? Is it the cheaper one? Are they the same price? We shall find out. You know. At least I think now you may know. Ooh, okay. A little softer, a little more approachable. Vanilla. Good caramel. This one going a little brighter, a little sweeter. I tell you what, I thought it may be the cold glass, so I kind of sit with it, rolled it a little bit more, trying to coax it out, sweet talk it, and try to give it the old backhand with a nice discipline. You know, you can't go this way. You gotta go this way. I feel like that's gonna get flagged on YouTube, but there's only one way to find out. Overall, nose kind of muted. Decent oak, but it's just kind of a very simple, very nice, elegant vanilla caramel. Yeah, I may just stick with that. Little peanut shell coming out, so a little salty on this one. Kind of curious what we're going for at this point with both having a little peanut in here, but let's get on the palate and see. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, cinnamon. Ooh. Okay, that's hot. She sits on the palate. That caramel still continues. a lot more oak. There's a nuttiness in there. This is kind of going a little salty on me. Don't love the salt, but oh wow, salt develops. What happened? All right, sip one can be a liar. Can't grade on it. I'll give you initial thoughts. Sip two, that's where we lock in. Sip two, better. I was gonna go much better. It's better. It's a pretty aggressive ride, especially coming off of what felt like a pretty high proof pour in glass A. Glass B, that spice is amped up. Heavier oak, vanilla, almost like an overbaked caramel, like just started to turn. Like it's your third week, you've been practicing the caramel, just whisking, and you heard a noise and it turned on you. A little bit like that. A little bit of cherry. So that front to mid palate, highly enjoyable. Back of the palate is where it really falls off for me. Coats the palate great. I know that because there's so much black pepper or cayenne pepper and heat on it. I may take off the wool hat at this point. The finish doesn't do it for me. It's spicy. It's very spicy. That's where I'm landing with it. I'm gonna do sip two. I can't. I gotta know. It's a growing heat. It is a grower and a shower, apparently. But it's really good until you swallow. All right, I'm gonna do one more quick revisit, jump into some scoring, and then a good reveal, hopefully, because I'm curious at this point. All right, closing thoughts, if you will. Glass A, just more going on in the nose. It's just a very delicious, deep, rich nose to where you don't need to get 8 things on a nose, especially to sit there and be like, oh, this is so much fancier. If it's done really well, fine. It just seems a little muted and simple, but those are quintessential bourbon, I'm hoping, notes. So that's what we're going to go with. On the palate, there was a little more salt coming out, a little more heat coming out, but overall, it's still going into like this really nice kind of mainly chocolate. I don't know if Reese's did like an oops, too much chocolate cup, but it's kind of like that. But there's just a nice, sweet, delicate oiliness to it, where this one, it's a little flat, but man, that finish, it is hot, as you know at this point. So now we're gonna score these puppies and do bang for the buck. So I gotta reveal the price after the census piece. I don't want that to influence anything. Census wise, we use the same buckets as the Not Wednesday episodes, whatever those are at this point. So census wise, Glass A, thoroughly impressed. I would want more of it. I'm gonna go 82. Wasn't sure if I was gonna expand on that. We're just gonna go 82. Glass B, oh boy, that was a tough one. I think I'm gonna go 72. I could see where I'm enjoying it. It's hot. It's a little flat. Maybe this is a budget pour, or maybe this is the more expensive, and we were all wrong. I don't know. So now I'm gonna do my Google Forms, click my little drop down. No, don't click it. Rusty. It's on the title. Reveal the prices. So we got, all right, Glass A, $100. Glass B, $65. $65, probably not in the budget area. Oh man, that's tough. All right, bang for your buck. Glass A at 100. I'm not upset at it. I'm definitely not paying above it. So we'll just go 53. All right, $65. It does taste like the budget. So I don't know if 65 is what I would go with. We'll go 49 because it won't matter. but I prefer it be on the 60 side. I'm certainly not going up to $70. So those scores are on the screen. Glass A obviously takes it. I don't need the algorithm to tell me that. Win, win, lose, lose. Unless it's double negative. All right, that was dumb. Sorry. We're going to reveal. All right. Glass A is Booker's Berries Batch, 125.7 proof. And Glass B, Knob Creek Cask Strength, single barrel. Oh. I was going to say, donated by the always wonderful, obviously generous Mr. Chris Fontaine. Welcome. Thank you. Fell a little flat, but $65. I had a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, whatever Booker's episode, try the Knob Creek Cask Strength. I get it. I could definitely see it now. I think the Knob Creek Cask Strength would probably beat, I bet, 2 batches over the last 3 years. Maybe? No, maybe not last year. But definitely 2024. I'm trying to remember what year it is. I feel like that would probably beat Springfield, Beam House, but probably not the top 2. I think when Booker's does it right with Berries Batch, which I think was second in Booker of the Year, but very close. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a little flat. So I don't know if you hear about a bad Booker's batch, or maybe a couple in a row, you're hurting on your Bookers. I could definitely see the similarities on how you could jump in here. I do feel like Berry's batch was pretty special, even though it got second. That spoke volumes to the batches last year. So I could see a substitute for some to maybe most Bookers. So we did find that out. But it's not better than second place last year. Interesting. Happy I finally got to try it. I would be curious how much volatility is in some of these single barrels. Obviously, they're going to vary a little bit. So if you have a better experience or have tried 2, that's probably even better. Put that in the comments. But I think I would be on the lookout for it. It's $65. I would be on the lookout for it. Here we are. Thank you all for the comments. Happy we put these bottles together, because I usually don't put in a Booker's in there because you don't know when it's going to pop up. So cool. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, always at the end. Mistake. But here we are.